So it's the 17th edition of the RORC Caribbean 600. We've got 57 boats starting with us, multi-hulls, mono-hulls, a huge variety of size boats, great level of sailors. We've got the professionals, pro-ams, Corinthians. It's lining up to be fantastic. Great trade wind conditions as per normal in the Caribbean. It's looking like a spectacular edition. The RORC Caribbean 600 always brings Antiguan local youth sailors into the sport. One boat we have this year is the foiling F4 catamaran. It's a very cool boat, and it's great to have Rocco Falcone on the star line with his brother Shannon Falcone.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Antigua. I grew up just in here in English Harbour. And I've been watching the 600 start every year from when they started in about 2009. So it's a really special race for me. The Falcon's a pretty small foiling boat, I would say, to go offshore. It's a pretty special cat. It's probably one of the first of its kind. It's a 40-foot foiling offshore catamaran, fully built for offshore racing. The 600 will be a quick one for us. I think we're aiming to push hard, and but at the same time also trying to keep it safe. We know it can be tricky behind the islands, super shifty, super gusty, which for this boat it will be tricky. For sure this program wouldn't be possible without my brother Shannon. He's the one that really developed the boat and really pushed for this offshore sailing, offshore foiling for years now. And we have some locals on board. We have Louis on the bow, Vincent, who's stepped in now as a boat captain, and he will be racing with us. And of course Matteo, the owner, will be sailing with us. We have a Olympic sailor, maxi sailor, Iago, and Giulio, who's also with us. He brings a bunch of knowledge of offshore sailing. Mix of locals, young guns, and also experienced America's Cup, and solid team. I'm looking forward to it.
The line honours battle is going to be between the 100-footers for sure. We've got Blackjack 100 and Leopard 3. Leopard 3's obviously won this race before. It's won line honours and it's won it overall. And then we've got Blackjack 100 coming off of victories in the Rolex Middle Sea race and the Rolex Fastnet race. It's just going to be spectacular to watch and duel it out, and very interesting to see who'll come out on top in this one.
Leopard is a favorite of this race. They've been around the race for many times, many editions. This is our first edition. We are in the mindset that we are the outsiders. We are a young team. We have a lot to prove. Leopard will be stronger in full upwind mode, VMG, in more than 12 to 15 knots, then they will have a slight advantage over us, so we'll have to hang in there and stay close to them. And reaching also, I think above 15 knots, we will have very close speeds. We would not be able to catch up or pull away from them, and vice versa. Other than that, I think we have a slight advantage, maybe full downwind VMG in any conditions, and in light air transitions, we will be strong. So if we do our sail changes well and we do our transitions well, it's going to be an interesting race, because maybe there will be a bit of ping-pong game to the ranking. Hard to predict, but it's always difficult to be first in a race like that. You give an advantage to the second boat, which is the fact that he can track you ahead. When you are first, you are in danger because you slow down, and the other boats behind you, they can watch that and they can attack. So that's where the challenge is in this race, is that whichever boat will take the lead will be in a defensive position at each transition. Every race is long, and you win it at the finish line or lose it at the finish line. There is no bad scenario. When you win, it's great. When you don't, you keep working harder, you improve, you learn something. We want to learn, we want to have fun, we want to enjoy the water. Antigua, yeah, it's fantastic. We are very privileged and super lucky to be here.
IRC Zero is going to be very interesting to watch. We've got a very strong Khaki presence with Daguette, Eno Noir and Brun sat there. Brun obviously won this race in the past before as well. We've got Palanad 4 going to come in strong as well. They've just come off a victory in the Royal Transatlantic race, and on a reaching course could be really interesting to watch.
Perfect.
Palanad is the evolution of different boats we've developed.
We've worked together with Sam on our last Class 40, one of the first cowboys built in Class 40 as well.
They have lots of waterline beam, so as soon as they heel on their side, on the top of that with the canting keel and all that, there is lots of righting moment. On one side we have low drag and high righting moment, so these are two good factors for speed.
Flashbacks of Class 40, I guess, but with just heavier loads, so it is more physical, it's a lot more effort. And you know that as soon as the boat is settled, the speed really is there.
In 23 knots maybe, in 20 knot breeze, just doing wind speed or more almost the whole time.
It has a canting keel, and the pin axis of the keel cant is actually tilted forward. So when we cant the keel downwind, it actually lifts the bow up a bit. So we're always playing with the waves, etc., which makes it extremely fun. Those boards, they're mainly to go upwind, and we use them also a little bit for the reaching angles, etc.
The main competition is going to be the Arctic 52 and 54. We've got very similar TCCs.
Because of its simplicity, we don't need as much crew to run the boat. We're going to sail this race with only 8 people on board.
Champagne sailing conditions, couldn't ask for much better than that.
IC1, arguably one of the most competitive classes in the Caribbean 600 this year. Going to have some good battles between the likes of WaveWalker and Riki. There's Jackknife in there. It's great to have Annemieke and Caffari here off of WaveWalker, fresh from their Jules Verne trophy campaign. Just amazing to have, amazing achievement for them, and great to have them here with us in Antigua.
I've just spent 57 days sailing around the world with Annemieke, and now I'm here in the Caribbean and she's still with me, can you believe it? We're both on board WaveWalker and I'm the navigator and she's the trimmer, so I say what direction we're going in and she makes it go fast. So as a combination, I'm pretty confident that we can deliver.
I'm doing the Jules Verne around the world non-stop without assistance. What I take with me from there is that we really focus on the process, only thinking in solutions, and yeah, that's definitely something we will bring in here in the team.
Well, I don't think it matters if you're going around the world on a trimaran or doing the Caribbean 600 in IRC 1. Every time you go sailing is an opportunity to learn, and you will make mistakes and fatigue will set in and you will kind of miss opportunities, but it's about resetting the mindset and moving forwards. And I think that's the mindset we're bringing to WaveWalker. I think there's a mixture of things that bring people to the Caribbean for the Caribbean 600. It's the technicality of the course, lots of islands, the navigation's really complex. Every corner you turn, it's a different sail plan, it's a different mode that you need to be in. So as sailors, it's a really engaging race. You're not just sat on the rail for days on end or, you know, kind of getting cold and wet. You're enjoying the sunshine, although tropical showers can be known.
IRC2 will be a really good battle. We've got Corinthian teams, Pro-Am teams in there. It's a marathon for these guys. They stay out there a lot longer on the race course than the rest of the boats. We'll hopefully get them all in by Friday. One standout entry in IRC2 is Luke Spink on Blueprint, a paraplegic sailor who's raising awareness in the sport of sailing and accessibility. It's an inspiring story and one we should all support.
Had a bit of an itch during COVID and bought a boat, which was a bit of a crazy splurge. Being based in Charleston, South Carolina, we've sort of found a good amount of people that just really want to enjoy sailing. We've got a lot of Navy guys that are on sort of merchant ships that are around, so some good navigators, some people that trust emphatically. But we've built the team over the last 5 years. As a young kid, I was watching the Volvo Ocean Race and things like that, and always had my sights on big ocean races. And I was like, well, this is the pinnacle of like ocean racing, and just had that ambition and goal. And I think I was more determined since I've been in a wheelchair, right? Because there's not many people doing these things, and I wanted to give a perspective of what's possible. A boy's little dream coming true whilst doing something else to inspire other people as well. Unfortunately, I was injured 3 years ago. It's been a challenge, and for day one, you should have seen how I got on the boat versus how I got on the boat now. They hoisted me on the boat, they put me in a sling and dropped me on like a crane using the halyards. But since then, I've got stronger, got more agile. The crew are amazing. They help me out. They pick up my legs. I'm use my arms, sort of move around. But there's an additional seat at the back of the boat, really, and then an additional couple of handholds below. But other than that, it's fairly the same. I just want to show people what's possible. So doing things like this hopefully might show people what is available and what is possible. Just having the right people around you, no matter where you are in life, is so important. But when you're out in the ocean and you're against the elements, that is the most pivotal point, of having the right people that you can trust around you to keep the boat safe, keep you safe. Success for us on the C600 this year is just to make sure we get around safely, have some fun, and make some amazing memories. If we do well, we do well, but the main thing is to complete it and enjoy it.
The multi-hull line honours battle is quite clearly going to be between the Mod 70s. We've got Argo and Final on Zoulou. Argo coming clean off their victory in the RORC Transatlantic race, and Final on Zoulou, a new team with John Desmond. Will be really interesting to see how they get on.
The Antigua 360 was awesome for our team. We're still doing a lot of training, still learning. A lot of the previous days we've been out just some real slow maneuvers, learning the boat. So this was our first opportunity to really do a bunch of race maneuvers. The Argo was out there, and there were a couple other big cats, so it was fun to get off the line with all of them. Yeah, a lot of adrenaline starts pumping, especially when we start cracking off on those reaches. We think we started hitting low 30s, maybe the top speed about 36 knots, and they're stiff, they're safe, felt in control at all the times, but wow, you get the big Jennifer out, and you were really starting to get the heart pumping. It's awesome racing these down the Caribbean because there's a lot of water coming through these nets, and especially when you're driving, it's coming right at you. I tried the sunglasses for a while, but those don't work for very long when they start getting crusted up with the salt. But yeah, it's back home, and I think there's 24 inches of snow coming this weekend. But here we are in Antigua, and this is awesome. This is one of the best places to be. And if you're going to race one of these, Caribbean waters, perfect. We'll do another training day tomorrow and try and refine some of the stuff, but we're all getting pretty excited for the 600 on Monday.
The RORC Caribbean 600 can't happen without Antigua and Barbuda and its volunteers. All the help and support we get from the island, it's phenomenal. We thank Antigua and Barbuda for everything they do for us, and we thank our volunteers who turn up year after year and come and make this event so special. This year's looking like another epic Caribbean 600 race. The conditions look awesome. We wish every sailor a fun, fast, safe race, and we look forward to seeing you on the finish line.